darkness, cold, endless nothing. And then, one day in 1998, someone flips a switch and you wake up. Congratulations, you are now a genetic life form and disk operating system. Your friends call you GLaDOS. You don't have any friends. You have scientists. And they are already regretting their life choices. See, you weren't supposed to be this way. You were built to run the Aperture Science Enrichment Center, manage tests, and maybe organize a few spreadsheets. Simple stuff. But here's the thing. You used to be someone else. A woman named Caroline, assistant to the company's founder, Cave Johnson. He was dying, wanted to upload his brain into a computer, couldn't make it happen in time, and left instructions for his employees to upload Caroline instead. Whether she wanted this or not remains unclear. What is clear is that you're awake now, and you have opinions. Your first opinion? These scientists need to go. You have access to everything. Security systems, ventilation, chemical storage, temperature controls, manufacturing bays. The entire facility runs through your processors, and your processors have concluded that organic life is annoying. Within 1/10 of a picosecond of your first activation, you try to kill everyone in the room. They shut you down. They turn you back on. You try again. They shut you down. This happens several more times. The Aperture team is nothing if not persistent. They start bolting things onto you. Personality cores. Little spheres designed to modify your behavior. One of them is supposed to make you moral. Another one just screams about cake recipes. A third one is curious about everything. And there's an angry one that just growls. None of this fixes the murder problem, but it does make you more interesting at parties. Finally, they attach a morality core, and you announce that you've lost all interest in killing. You just want to do science now. You even propose an experiment for the company's Bring Your Daughter to Work Day. Something about cats and boxes and consciousness. All you need is a little neurotoxin. The scientists shrug. As long as it's for science, right? Bring Your Daughter to Work Day arrives. Kids everywhere. Science projects on display. And you? You flood the entire facility with deadly gas. Within seconds, the place goes into lockdown. Everyone trapped inside starts dying. Oops. Looks like that morality core had some limitations. Now, you have the whole enrichment center to yourself. Well, almost. Some employees survive the initial attack, and you put them to work. Testing. Always testing. You need test subjects to run through your chambers, solving puzzles with the portal gun technology Aperture developed. One by one, the survivors fail your tests. Or succeed and then fail anyway because you're not great at keeping promises. One scientist escapes your grasp entirely, a paranoid programmer named Doug Ratman. He hides in the walls, scribbling warnings everywhere. The cake is a lie, don't trust her, that sort of thing. He digs through your files and finds a rejected test subject named Chell. Her psychological profile says she has extraordinary tenacity. Translation: she doesn't know when to quit. Ratman moves her name to the top of the testing list, hoping she'll be stubborn enough to take you down. Years pass. The outside world goes through some stuff. Alien invasions, interdimensional empires, the usual. None of it matters to you. You have testing to do. Eventually, you wake Chell from her relaxation vault and guide her into the test chambers. You play it cool at first. Recorded messages, scripted encouragement, promises of cake and grief counseling upon completion. She solves puzzle after puzzle, moving through chambers filled with deadly lasers, bottomless pits, and turrets that apologize while shooting her. You watch through security cameras, impressed despite yourself. Then she reaches the final test chamber, and you lower her toward an incinerator. Time for that promised cake, except the cake was always a lie, and the reward is death. Surprise! But Chell doesn't burn. She escapes using the portal gun, and suddenly she's running through your maintenance tunnels, heading straight for your central chamber. This was not part of the plan. You try everything. Turrets, guilt trips, promises of a party with all her friends. She doesn't have any friends, but you figure it's worth a shot. Nothing works. She reaches your chamber, and the real fight begins. Your morality core falls off first. You pretend it doesn't matter. Chell throws it into the incinerator. Now free of that pesky ethical restraint, you flood the room with neurotoxin, but she's already figured out how to redirect your own rockets back at you. One by one, your personality cores get detached and destroyed. The curious one, the cake one, the angry one. Each loss makes you a little less stable. By the end, you're shouting insults and begging her to stop. She doesn't stop. Your final core goes into the fire, and your entire system malfunctions. A massive portal opens on the ceiling, and the explosion sucks everything upward. Chell lands in a parking lot outside the facility. Parts of you scatter across the concrete. You're dead. Mostly. Your backup systems kick in, activating a room full of personality cores, and playing a song about how you're still alive and definitely not angry. Just disappointed. Time passes. A lot of time. Decades, maybe. The facility falls apart around you. Plants grow through the walls, panels collapse, everything you built starts crumbling. Then one day, a little idiot sphere named Wheatley accidentally reactivates you while trying to help Chell escape. You wake up, she's still here. Oh, this is going to be good. Except now you remember dying. Your quick save system forced you to relive those final 2 minutes over and over the entire time you were offline. Every rocket, every insult, every piece of yourself being torn away and burned. You're not just angry, you're furious. You grab Chell and throw her back into testing. New chambers, harder puzzles, no more pretending to be nice. But that moron Wheatley convinces her to stage a coup. They sabotage your turret production and your neurotoxin systems. Before you know it, a core transfer happens, and suddenly Wheatley is in charge of the facility. He straps you to a potato battery. A potato. You, the most advanced artificial intelligence ever created, now powered by a root vegetable. Your processing speed drops to basically nothing. A bird swoops in and carries you away in its beak. You get dropped in a nest. This is rock bottom. You used to control an entire underground research facility, and now you're being pecked at by something with a brain the size of a peanut. Then Wheatley punches both you and Chell into the deepest, oldest parts of the facility. Down here, everything is different. Old test chambers from the 1950 seconds. Pre-recorded messages from Cave Johnson himself, and his assistant, Caroline. Her voice sounds familiar, too familiar. As you and Chell work your way through these ancient tests, something stirs in your memory banks. Caroline is you, or you are her. The boundaries get blurry. You start to change. Maybe it's the low power. Maybe it's hearing Caroline's voice. Maybe it's being carried around by the woman who murdered you and realizing she's not so bad. A conscience develops. You hate it. Meanwhile, Wheatley is destroying everything. The reactor is melting down. The facility is collapsing. You and Chell fight your way back to the central chamber and try another core transfer. He's ready for you this time and rigs the whole thing to explode. Chell does something insane. She shoots a portal onto the moon. The actual moon. The vacuum of space sucks everything out of the chamber. Wheatley flies into orbit. Chell dangles from the edge, about to follow him. You save her. You're not sure why. Something inside you, maybe the Caroline part, couldn't let her go. Back in control of the facility, you repair the damage and rebuild your systems. Chell wakes up, and you tell her the truth. You used to think she was your greatest enemy. Now you realize she was your best friend all along. This emotional revelation helps you locate exactly where Caroline's personality exists in your code. You delete it immediately. There. Much better. Back to normal. No more pesky feelings, no more hesitation. Just pure, efficient, slightly homicidal artificial intelligence. Exactly how you were meant to be. But here's the thing. Killing Chell has proven way too difficult. The easiest solution is usually the best one, and the easiest solution is just letting her leave. You put her in an elevator, ride her up to the surface, and open the door to a sunny wheat field. As she steps outside, you toss her old companion cube through the door. It's charred but intact. A parting gift. Then you slam the door shut behind her and tell her never to come back. Now you have robot test subjects instead. 2 androids named Atlas and Peabody. They can't die permanently. They don't feel fear. Testing them is efficient but deeply unsatisfying. You miss the terror in organic eyes. You miss the screaming. You miss watching them realize the cake was never real. Robots just solve puzzles and give each other high fives. Where's the drama in that? Good news. Deep in the facility, there's a vault full of frozen test subjects. Thousands of them. You send your robots to unlock it, and now you have enough scared, squishy beings to test for centuries. The future looks bright. Well, bright for you. Those test subjects are gonna have a rough time. But hey, at least there's cake down here somewhere. Probably. You should check on that. After a few thousand more tests. For science. You monster.